Hello and welcome to Thought for February the 20th. Our readings are Exodus chapters 31 and 32, Psalm 89 and 1 Corinthians chapters 1 and 2. And our thought is, where is the one who is wise? Today we began reading Paul's letter to the Corinthians. Corinth was the centre of Greek learning and Greek wisdom. Winning converts was a challenge, a quite different kind of challenge to winning converts among the Jews. Today's world, with its atheism and humanism, is yet another kind of challenge. Yet there are parallels, and what Paul wrote applies just as much. The word of the cross is folly to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God, we read in verse 18 of chapter 1. This applies in every situation. The meaning of the cross, once grasped, creates the power of thought to change lives. The sacrifice of Christ is senseless in the minds of those who are not seeking real spirituality in their outlook on life. In verse 19, Paul quotes God's words through Isaiah in chapter 29, verse 14. I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and the discernment of the discerning I will thwart. Human wisdom has been thwarted by God in every age and every culture. The 21st century is not going to be any different. Paul asks, where is the one who is wise? And then makes the point, since in the wisdom of God the world did not know God through its wisdom, it pleased God through the folly of what we preach to save those who believe. For Jews demand signs and Greeks seek wisdom. But, and what a vital but that little word is, but to those who are called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ the power of God and the wisdom of God. Verse 24. What wisdom we can read in Matthew's Gospel of the teaching of Christ. What a challenge to practice what he taught, as recorded in chapters 5 to 7, generally called the Sermon on the Mount. No human author could have invented Christ as a fictional character and put such teaching in his mouth. Those who are called show their calling by wholeheartedly responding to such teaching. Paul tells the Corinthians, I decided to know nothing among you except Jesus Christ and him crucified. Chapter 2, verse 2. Then he makes the point, among the mature we do impart wisdom, although it is not a wisdom of this age. But we impart a secret and hidden wisdom of God, which God decreed before the ages for our glory. None of the rulers of this age understood this, for if they had, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Verses 6 to 8. The Old Testament is the repository of such wisdom. Let us search out more and more the wisdom of God, and develop more and more a genuine love for God. Paul says, it is written, no eye hath seen, nor ear heard, nor the heart of man imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. Verse 9. True wisdom is the outcome of a genuine love for God. May we be filled with wisdom and daily feed on the wisdom of God. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, knowing that Word to be a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.